Well, we do. Let's start with a look outside. On the left there is a view of the Cleveland skyline. On the right is a live look at road conditions right now. And we showed some coming in on 90 West towards Cleveland about 15 minutes ago, and the roads look fairly clear. Traffic
right on
was
the
moving.
lakeshore.
That was on the lakeshore, and you had said that as you go south, you're going to see more buildup on the roads, and you can clearly see here the conditions. Although they are moving, Bets, there's slush on the road. There's still snow that is yet to be removed. So please do drive carefully. Patience is key in weather like this.
It is, and this is the exact reason why we declared a weather impact alert day for today. We did that yesterday. We have team coverage of this event for you. Annabelle Childers is in Lake County. We ask you to stand by for just a minute because we do want to bring in Anthony Copeland, our meteorologist, here at 5 to keep an eye on the snow for the evening. Anthony?
Here. Now you guys can hear me. Lake effect snow will continue throughout the evening. Therefore, we will continue the weather impact alert due to the snow and wind. Now, this is lake effect. It's going to be varied all throughout the area. So the further south you are across the metro and the further east you go, you could be running into more slush on the roads compared to inside the metro. Oh, we got a heavy burst of snow, northern Geauga County over to Portage County as well, over Middlefield. We're looking at Shaylorsville. We're looking at a real intense heavy band that's coming in right now. This is along I-80. Bainbridge, you're looking at some heavy snow as well. For Eastsiders, over to Shaker Heights, Garfield Heights, you're looking at a heavy patch of snow. Inside downtown, things are fairly quiet. We just took a live look out there. Things are looking fairly quiet, but as we take a look at area roads, as you go further south, especially along I-77, you're going to be hit and miss when it comes to the slow down traffic due to the heavy snow swalls we have continuing to push down to the south. So here's a live look. This is I-77 just to the north of Akron in Summit County. Roads are partially covered, but you can just see how the traffic is slowing down at this moment. So for your 5 o'clock ride home, be prepared to run into some slush. So as we get closer to the overnight hours, the alerts will continue. Lake effect snow warning will continue right into Saturday, into early Sunday. We have the advisories lasting until Saturday as well. So the lake effect machine will not quit for us, especially as we get beyond your dinner time hour. A little bit more scattered compared to a little bit more organized bands will be setting up for us as we get closer to sunrise for your Saturday. Temperatures, meanwhile, will be in the 20s. It will feel like the teens to single digits. So we have the wind. We have a lot of snow to talk about. But again, when it comes to impacts, we're going to keep a close eye on that. So here's how the rest of the evening will shape up. Again, more scattered lake effect bands, turning more organized and more singular as we get deeper into the overnight hours. So where snow bands persist, that is where we expect the heavier snowfall amounts. A little bit more on that coming up in my full check of weather, and also just a downright cold, wintry 10-day coming up as well.
All right, Anthony, thank you so much. Now we turn to the traffic and road impacts. Our Annabelle Childers is live in Mentor after talking with people who've been traveling home from holiday trips. So, Annabelle, what are their biggest challenges that they've been facing today?
Yeah, so we talked to several out-of-towners at a rest stop here in Mentor. They're making their way east from different states, some on 15-hour, some 17-hour road trips. They say everything was completely fine this morning as they were driving until they hit Cleveland, and that's when the road conditions and the visibility really got bad. Driving east down I-90 from Cleveland, you clearly see the signs of winter weather. And it's not just what's coming from the sky, it's what or who's stuck on the side of the road. Tow crews are working to pull cars out of ditches that look to have lost control, while other drivers slow down, hoping they're not next.
Till we got up around the Cleveland area, and all of a sudden snow and white out, and cars going a little too fast. One of them we seen hit the guardrail.
Rob Foster is driving his daughter and grandkids back to their home in Watertown, New York, because he knew how dangerous the roads could be. He says the car they watched hit the guardrail caused a moment of panic for drivers that were already moving slowly, but had to suddenly slam on their brakes. He says the few inches of snow might look harmless, but the roads are slick. Right now, ODOT has 300 plow crews in operation across Northeast Ohio, and they say they'll be working 24 hours around the clock to keep these roads clear. Now, we say this all the time, but it's because it's a very important message. You really have to be careful when you're out on the roads for these snowplow drivers. ODOT says this winter season alone, 8 snowplow drivers or snowplow vehicles have been hit by other cars, driving too fast, not able to stop. So you really got to make sure you're being careful for yourself and then also for those essential workers on the roads.
All right, Annabelle Childers out in the elements for us tonight in Lake County. Thank you so much. And it is cold, friends. The wind chills are going to be down in the single digits, and there are several warming centers that have opened to help those in need. Cleveland will have 4 open shelters from 11:30 in the morning to 10 o'clock tomorrow afternoon and evening in the recreational centers that include the Michael Zone, the Lonnie Burton, the Collinwood, and the Zelmut George. Again, those are the recreation centers. Meanwhile, in Akron, the Summit Lake County Community Center will have extended hours from Sunday through Friday, January 10th, from 8 a.m. to 7 p.m., while the emergency overnight shelter on East Voris Street is currently open from 7 p.m. to 8 a.m. through Friday, January 10th. Again, that's through next week.